First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Zaxby's Sensation Salad is so much more than a plain old salad. It's a salad, which begs the question, at what point does a salad stop being a salad and become a salad? Is it when you add Zaxby's fried chicken to it? Crunchy wontons? Asian slaw? Citrus vinaigrette? Teriyaki glaze? Sweet and spicy sauce? Or is it when you top it all with a handmade perfectly fried egg roll? Without a doubt, the egg roll. The Sensation Salad, only at Zaxby's.
Scott and Kirkville on the line right now. Scott, will somebody let us know if it's now working, if we corrected something? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? There's another, it's amazing all these political movies showed up around election time. You had Joe Biden, they cast him as Bernie on Weekends at Bernie's, the sequel. Howard Potter's movie, Foiled Again 2 is doing well. But actually, Chuck Lester's got a movie out now.
Oh, he does?
Don't make fun of Chuck. No. Yeah, I can't let you make fun of Chuck now. Come on.
Please do.
No, his movie's doing great. It's called Rebel Without a Primary. And it's doing real well.
I feel
2 out of
like
3 ain't bad.
You are a better.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You are a better.
Whatever,
Brilliant you are with your picks again last week. You had another week.
Thank you. Actually, we'll start with the Breeders' Cup. If you followed my advice, you're on the plus side. That double we had, from the 7th and 8th race, because I wasn't sure about the big race, but we knew about the 7th race.
Yeah.
So you played the double. For every $2 you bet, you got back 54.
Wow.
The Bill Keeler horse, though, of the year, Torpedo won for fun. I actually made a substantial, that was a play of the whole card. I made a substantial bet on the win, but I was surprised he got $18 back on the trifecta. So for the 2 horses I give you underneath, it ran exactly the way I thought. Those 2-6-1. If you played the exacta, every $2 back, you got $7.80. Your Bills are doing great. Once again, we played the team total over that.
That was good. Yeah.
That was good. Washington and then Indiana, guys. I don't know when this gravy train ends. It could end this week. But if you listen to the Bill Keeler show 9 weeks ago, I'm telling you, you would have been paying for a wedding reception. 9-0 against the spread. 9-0 over the team total. They did play Michigan State's team. Michigan State, a little scared. They're down 10-0. They scored the final 47 points of the game. So therefore, they're playing Michigan this week. They're a 14-point favorite with their team total right now is roughly about 29-30. So what happens is in Washington in the NFL, if you get teams in Vegas that underestimate and they start the season, it takes them a long time to make that market change. And it's Indiana's name. If that was Penn State, that market change would have been changed forever. But it's Indiana's name. And, of course, Washington until a couple years ago wasn't considered good. Even the Giants are supposedly considered better. And so they haven't changed that much. And so that's how you win. And the other one's Detroit, guys. I mean, every week it's a low team total. This team is the best offensive team in the league. They're playing at Houston this week. Once again, the over-under is only 26. That's one of my big picks.
Wow, so over on that one, that seems like a no-brainer.
I mean, the team total.
Yeah.
Now, here's the last night there's classic reasons why.
Team total is different than over. Yes, okay, that's important to know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between the team, both teams combine over-under, and then you can bet individual teams over-under.
Gotcha, okay.
That is not the over. I see.
Right, so it's that the Lions will score more than 26 points.
More than 26 points, which you can look every week. They scored 24. I don't know if you guys saw the Green Bay-Detroit game last week. And in the driving rainstorm and the wind, they still scored 24. I mean,
the interesting thing
in the Dome Stadium this week.
The interesting thing, Scott, about that game, and this is frustrating as a Green Bay fan. The Packers were able to do something other defenses weren't able to do. The 24th points, or the extra 7 points, were from a pick six from their defense. The Green Bay defense held them to 17 points.
Wow.
Right.
Can I just interrupt for a moment?
Yeah.
Ray says the app is still on a loop.
Oh, good. Okay.
And he also said fried in a pan, Stan. So thank you
Good.
for that, Ray.
Thank you for that contribution.
Adding that into the list.
I understand on the lead act for Senator Griffo, right? Is he in the green room right now? Is he?
He's not
eating
yet.
like donuts and drinking out of the juice bar right now. or
Oh, he's
something?
on at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah,
Okay, give people a pick of a lifetime. Give them a pick of a lifetime.
Pick of a lifetime.
Right now.
Lifetime?
Yes.
Well, I think if you're going to go NFL, the 2 lifetime picks, I think that Detroit, if it stays under 28, is
Okay.
they're playing in the Dome Stadium against Houston. Buffalo, because you guys are Bills fans, once again, a low over-under, probably in the Dome Stadium, 26. If you go college, this is the fun part, guys. If you follow college, now this playoff time. These teams have to impress to keep their spot in the playoffs. Boise's been averaging 40. Their team totals right now 37. BYU, I think this is another big pick. They're playing Utah. I got to watch out there because now we're in bad weather situation. But their team total is only 22, and they're right on the fringe. And these teams got to keep style of points.
Yep.
And to me, if BYU if they can score 40, they will.
Okay.
Oregon's the same way. They're number one in the country. Want to keep the number one rank. That's only the 8. So
Okay.
those are the ones right there. I'll give you another pick, guys, and I don't want to be totally political, but Vice President Harris will not be the nominee in 24, 28 for 2 reasons. They spent $11 billion on her. Wow. They blew through $1 billion last week. Theoretically, they're actually said they're $20 million in debt. Who's going to trust a candidate when they can't basically spending $10 billion?
I think that she is now. I listen. Making predictions in politics today is not a smart move.
Correct.
I'm just saying that.
But I will tell you, I can't imagine she will be a candidate for anything going forward.
Right.
Can't imagine. I think you're right. Quickly, Scott. Kathy has a question for you. Kathy, good morning. You're on with Scott, and what's your question?
Hi, good morning to everybody. I have to ask you, Michigan State, Scott, only has 3 more games. They need 2 bowl wins. Hey, we're getting kind of desperate here. And what about the Dolphins? We're having a tough year.
Well, I'm a Dolphins fan too, and to be honest, I wasn't a Tua fan when they had Justin Herbert. Cause
I was
Tua
wondering who you're a fan of. Yeah.
Deep, and you can't play in bad weather. And he's proven that.
Yeah,
so
right.
They're in trouble. Their defense is not good, and Tua's 1 concussion away from.
Well, he could be 1 concussion away from death.
God love him, but check him out when he's 50 years old, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be awful. Yeah.
Can you ask Senator for one political question?
Thank you, Kathy. You have a wonderful day. Okay.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye, Kath. I don't understand if you're for Trump and want his policies to go through, why these states that Trump carried, the Democrat senator won. I mean, it makes no sense to me. If you want to succeed, why are you putting like a barrier?
It's very interesting. That, you know why? Because politics is local, and it is very interesting how you'd get Trump carrying a state, and then all of a sudden all bets are off with Trump. I really believe that it's changed the entire landscape of politics. And for those people out there saying, I knew this was going to happen, nobody seemed to be able to say this was going to happen. Although John Decker yesterday said he thought it would go either 2 ways, that she would win in a close race or he would blow her out.
Yeah.
And, I guess that's really hedging your bet a little bit. But all right, Scott.
Quickly, Bernie Sanders actually threw her under the bus, and he won't take credit for it, but he was on Meet the Mess, and he said, don't listen to what she's saying because she has to be elected, but she's going to go back to her normal ways. When he said that, all that flipping went out the window.
Well, he's trying to say that to benefit the far left. When in reality, he's probably, you're right, throwing her under the bus. Okay.
He's throwing her under the bus.
Good stuff.
Guys,
thank you, Scott.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Scott.
Like Syracuse will the over-under, they'll go over to 52.5.
Okay. Does Syracuse lose?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I tell you, bring the popcorn. It's going to be a very entertaining game.
Okay.
All right,
They play
Scott.
Tomorrow at what time?
Thanks, guys.
Noon.
Thank you. Tomorrow noon.